once again, everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if this is your first time joining me today. Hi, my name is Hannah. My blush is a little crazy today, I'll be honest. I used a blush that I've never used before, and it was really pigmented. It's a lot. So bear with me on that. I know I kind of look like a clown, an old lady who went a little nuts with her pink blush. Just bear with me. It was completely accidental. So yeah, this video is a video I was not planning on making. Also, excuse the echo if you notice that. I am in the living room of our new house, and it's still pretty echoey even though we have like 98% of our furniture in. Where I'm sitting is where our dining room table is gonna go, so bear with us. We're still waiting for some stuff to come in. So anyway, this video is about a letter that one of our lovely new neighbors decided to put in our mailbox. So I can't really show you the front of it because it has all of our information on it. There's no return address, nothing. Also, I'm sorry if you hear Cass in the background. She's jingle jangling, running around. Anyways, this is like so dumb. It's not really a story, but it's kind of a story. We got this yesterday and I'm still so mad about it. So anyway, I'm just gonna cover this up. This is what it says. I'm not covering a name, but they put like the name of our street and like neighbors. Like if the street was called like Parkwood or something, it would be like Parkwood neighbors. That's what it said. I'm gonna preface this by saying when we moved in here, no homeowners association, nothing of that nature, nothing like that. Also, well, no, I'm just gonna get into it when I get into it. But anyway, this letter. Neighbor, we are proud of our neighborhood and we welcome you to it. However, we do not welcome your lawn care. It detracts from the neighborhood and affects others' property values. All homes on this street are this amount of money and above, I'm not gonna specify, and it is totally unacceptable for you to not maintain your property. We see that neither of you, speaking about me or my boyfriend, seem to be handicapped, and you seem to have youth on your side. So we expect it to be mowed within the next 7 days. If you do not decide to do that, then we will begin the process of contacting the police jury, environmental agency, and mosquito control officials. This has only happened one other time, and we are aware of it, and we took care of it. We sincerely do not want to cause you discomfort or embarrassment, but neither do we want this nice area to look this way. Thank you. The street name and then the neighbors. Okay, so I'm just going to leave this out actually. Let's break this down. We're going to go point by point here. We do not welcome your lawn care. It detracts from the neighborhood and affects other property values. Okay. I could understand this if it was like my grass was like up to the roof or something crazy, you know, super high, super like distracting to look at. I'm gonna go ahead and insert some photos that I took yesterday after I got this letter out of the mailbox. I will insert those pictures of the front yard right now. Okay, so that's the front yard, and honestly, over half of the houses on this street have like the same amount of yard. Like it's like our grass is marginally higher than anybody else's grass, and that's because we haven't even lived here for 3 weeks. We've probably been here like maybe 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, like actually living here. My boyfriend has a job. Okay, I don't mow the yard. Like I don't do it. That's what he does. He's mowing the yard right now, by the way. But anyway, I'll get into that. So anyway, I don't mow the yard because honestly, I've tried to do it before, and people are like, "No, you're not good at this. Just don't do it." And I'm like, "Okay." Like my mom hates it. Like I've offered to do it. But like everybody's like, no, you don't need to do that. So I'm like, whatever. So anyway, my boyfriend has a job. He works, you know, and we haven't been here that long. We're still unpacking stuff. We still have boxes over there that you can't see, but we still have boxes. We still have stuff arriving. Also, I'm just gonna go ahead and mention, it's been pouring down rain for like the past 4 to 5 days. Like every single day he's like, okay, he was gonna mow like at the, like Friday, like before the weekend. And he was just like, he wasn't feeling good over the weekend, but then he was like, okay, on Monday, he was like, okay, yeah, I feel good, I'm gonna mow today. So he goes out there to mow, and it's like drizzling, and so he's like, okay, well, I guess I can't do this today, I'll do it tomorrow. So anyway, it progresses, and it's been pouring rain for like the past 4 days. Thank God it's finally sunny outside, and like the ground is okay to mow, but like, like what do you want us to do? Like, it's been pouring rain. The ground has been soaking wet. Like, are you dumb? All homes on this street are this amount of money and above. I know. Do you know how I know? Because my boyfriend paid cash for our house. He paid cash for this house. Not a mortgage, not a home loan, cash. I am very aware of how much these houses cost on this street. It's totally unacceptable for you to not maintain your property. Like I said, been planning to mow for like a week, but for the past 4 to 5 days, it's been pouring down rain. And if you know anything about lawn care, you don't really need to mow when it's been raining and the ground is wet. And you obviously can't really mow in the rain. We see that neither of you seem to be handicapped, and you seem to have youth on your side, so we expect it to be mowed within the next 7 days. Okay, we don't seem to be handicapped, and we seem to have youth on our side. I think that this is kind of humorous because these people were too cowardly to leave who they are, so I don't know who wrote this, but we haven't really met any of our neighbors, so none of our neighbors know us. Now, if you know anything about what it's like to get a handicap sticker, you know that you can't get it for just anything. My boyfriend actually does have a really, really bad back, and some days he just like physically cannot move because his back is so bad due to an injury when he was younger. So like he some days he can't move, and you seem to have youth on your side. Yeah, I just think it's funny because it's like, okay, you don't know us. You've never met us. You don't know. He could, me or my boyfriend, we could have cancer. We could have some kind of crazy disease, and you wouldn't know. You would not know. Because, yeah, you might have seen us outside, and we might have looked okay to you, but you don't know. Thank God we don't have any crazy disease or cancer or anything like that, but you can't make that assumption in a letter that you leave in the mailbox that you're too cowardly to come to the front door and face us in person. Like, please don't come at me sideways like that. Do not come at me like you know everything about our lives, because that is not, don't try it, just don't. Okay, moving on. If you do not decide to mow your yard, then we'll begin the process of contacting the police jury, environmental agency, and mosquito control officials. Alrighty, so obviously there's nothing they can really do because guess what, honey? We own the house. It's not a mortgage. It's not anything like that. It's like we own, the house is ours. Like, that's it. Like, I don't know what you think is gonna happen. So just out of curiosity, and just because I'm petty, I decided to call the sheriff's department yesterday after we got this, because we got this when we were leaving to go to the store. So I called the sheriff's department, and the officer that I spoke to was extremely nice. He was very sweet, and I just told him, I said, hey, I have a few questions, and he was like, yeah, sure, absolutely. So I explained the situation to him. I was like, hey, listen, we've got this in our mailbox, and like we haven't even been here 3 weeks. Still unpacking. It's been pouring down rain, as he well knows. I mean, he lives in our parish, so like he is very aware of what the weather has been like. And so I was like, hey, look, and my boyfriend works. We just haven't had the time, but like obviously we're gonna mow the yard. Like, if you have a yard, obviously you're gonna mow it because it's just, our yard's not extremely high or anything, but you know, you can tell by looking, hey, the yard needs mowing. So anyway, so I explained all this to him, and he was like livid. When I say livid, I mean he was mad. He was like, are you serious right now? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, listen, that is harassment, and if they continue to leave you notes or whatever and just harass you like that, you need to call us back, because they can't tell you to do that, and we can come out and issue them a citation, because you shouldn't be having to deal with some crotchety, grumpy neighbor. And that's just ridiculous. He said it's like the most juvenile thing he's ever heard of, which I think is really funny, because pretty much everybody else in this neighborhood is like, it's like families with kids and like older people. So it's like, how are you going to be that juvenile when you're obviously older than we are? Like, I would never do that. If I had an issue with someone, and he said this too, if I had an issue with someone, I would just go to their door. Like, we're supposed to be neighbors. We can talk to each other in face to face, in person, like adults. But he said it was just really juvenile, and that he thought that that was completely stupid. And there was absolutely nothing that they could possibly do. I don't know why they would call the police, jury, or whatever, what they think can be done. Maybe something could be done if somebody doesn't own the house, but like we do. So there's really nothing that they could do about it. And so anyway, yeah, he told me call back if they kept harassing us and leaving us notes and stuff, because that's completely unacceptable. We never signed anything that said that we would keep our yard to this kind of specification or keep it mowed this often. I mean, we're gonna mow every single week, but we just hadn't got around to all that with all the stuff going on. Our air conditioner went out within 3 days of us moving in, so we had to get that done. Our water was messed up for like a week, and we had to get that tended to. So it's like we have a lot more stuff to deal with than the front yard. The front yard is not our top priority right now. Like, I'm so sorry about it. I mean, he's mowing it right now, but I mean, up until now, I mean, we knew we were gonna do it, but it wasn't like, oh my God, let's mow the yard right now. It's just like, oh, it's raining. We'll do it when it stops and when it dries, when the ground dries and everything. Oh, and the policeman said that basically the only thing that could ever be done concerning the yard is if our grass was like up to the freaking top of the house and they got like 100,000 complaints or something, then yeah, they would send somebody out to issue a citation. But he's like, guess what? The police have a lot more important stuff to deal with than one person's yard. This, city that we live in is it's not really like a city, it's kind of like the country, I guess you would say, because it's not so densely packed and densely populated, and houses are farther out from like the main business areas in the city. I guess you would call that a suburb, I don't know. But anyway, and there's a lot of people who have like huge plots of land, and their house dropped right in the middle of it. And it's just like, he said, you know, think of all the people who don't mow their yards in this area in a timely manner. And then, of course, at the end of the letter, it says, we do not want to cause you discomfort or embarrassment, but neither do we want this nice area to look this way. Okay, first of all, whoever you are full of it. Second of all, do anything like this again. I know they're not watching, but it's therapeutic. Anyway, if they do anything like this again, I will be calling the sheriff's department back. And also, they should probably know that it is illegal to put things in someone else's mailbox. You can't do that. So, I don't know why it's illegal, probably because you can do sketchy stuff that way, but yeah, I'll be calling the police next time. So, think again. If you think that you're gonna call whoever you're gonna call, you can't get somebody in trouble for having them have their property in a way that you don't agree with. You just can't do it. Like, you can't, especially in this situation where the person owns the house. There's no mortgage, there's no loan, nothing of that nature. Nothing can really be done. Nothing illegal is going on, so I don't really know what exactly they thought would be done. I don't understand. Thank you guys so much for joining me again today. Leave me a like if you like this video, comment down below, and subscribe because I make new videos every Monday and Friday. Thank you guys once again so much for joining me today, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!